Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Thursday, September 7th, 2023, and I've decided to just take a few days off just to unplug myself. So I will be back Monday, September 11th. So it's not like I'm going to be gone for very long, but I won't be doing anything on Telegram, Truth Social, or making any video or shorts. So today I will make a short for today, Thursday, and the coming days. I've decided just to unplug, just to relax. It's such a heavy energy, and I've been really, the past few days especially, it's just exhausting. Right now it's very hot in the Netherlands as well. We've got like 30 degrees Celsius. So maybe that has something to do with this as well, but I just feel this very tiring, exhausting energy. I think it's because of all the sun flares and all, the Schumann resonance. You can just see so much light coming in, and I just need to unplug, just to take some time off. I've noticed that sometimes I'm reading something and I have no idea what I'm reading. So today I'm obviously going to post this video. I will post the shorts for today, the energy, and the coming days, and I will probably place a few more things on my Telegram, and then I'm just gonna, the end of this afternoon, I will just unplug and just take care of myself for the coming days, because it's just, I don't know what's going on, but like I've mentioned, sometimes I just read something and I don't have a clue what I've been reading. It's something, and sometimes I feel very alive, and then other moments I just, like this morning, I woke up, I went for a walk. I try to do that in the morning. It's very good for your circadian rhythm as well, to see the sunlight come up. And I really had to focus on placing my foot before the other foot, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be a long walk. And it was a long walk. Especially if you kind of have to force yourself to walk, and it was just exhausting to do. But in another, I'd say it's beautiful. I walk through the park, you see the sun come up, and it's quiet. There are some people there, but it's just, it's still quite, cool at this moment. You can still already feel the heat starting, that it's already heating up, but it's still cool enough to just enjoy. And it is good for me, I know that, but it's just exhausting to do, just to focus on just walking. So in this video, I just want to take a look at this energy. What is going on? What is this energy about? And the cards I've got, first card is the 9 of Wands. The central card is the Sun, and it's a very suitable card, to be very honest. And then we have the King of Cups in the past. We've got the King of Wands underneath the Sun. And then we have the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. And this is very interesting, because this is energy coming in. We are waking up. Humanity is waking up. And we're noticing that with all the energy now coming in, because we are open to receive it as well. And it can be exhausting for some people, not everyone. I've also read some reactions of people that are feeling great. I'm very happy for them. I just don't feel like that. It completely depends, and especially what's being triggered, because this is about triggering very old pain. This is the 9 of Wands, and you can just see someone with a wound. It's an old wound. He's ready to fight again, but there's nothing happening because everything is standing still, so to speak. So this is a reaction, an old reaction, old pain coming up. And I noticed myself, I've mentioned this before, so many things are now being triggered, coming up. Things that I thought I already dealt with. I'm sure other people are experiencing this as well. So much is coming up now. And it is time to heal, and we can really take the time, especially when it's necessary, when you feel that your body just needs the time to balance everything out, and take that time, take a rest, take a break, but also work with these pains. It's now time to heal that. It's now time to shine a light on that. So much is coming in. I also have a feeling that there are a lot of downloads, as they call it, from past lifetimes, maybe future lifetimes. Ultimately, time doesn't really exist. And we're getting all this information in, and our body needs to, balance itself, to handle it, so we can really ground it here in this earth, in this time, because that's really what we want to do. Bring in the spiritual energies and ground them and start manifesting them. But this is really the sun. It's also about enjoying life, seeing life in a different way. And I find it very interesting because we have the King of Wands underneath the sun. And the King of Wands, of course, means in a different card readings, usually the Whiteheads. Well, in this card reading, I'm looking at the energy. So I'm going to look at the energy of the King of Wands. And it's about especially the male energy of the fire element. The Wands they represent fire, the element fire. And this, of course, is the King. So it's more the masculine side of fire. It's about enjoying life, being active, doing what you truly feel inside you want to do. And I think that is very, very important for us to do, that we, that we start doing what we truly want to do, what we are passionate about. Just see in your life if you're doing things that are not making you happy, because it's probably time to leave that behind. It's time to face what is holding this up. Why are you holding on to certain situations, certain people? What is still something that you can heal, that you can change in this, and start following what you truly want? If you're maybe in a job that doesn't feel right to you, it's probably the time now to start looking for something else. What do you truly want to do? Why are you here? What do you want to experience in life? Very important, the King of Wands, especially with the sun. It's also a perfect way to raise your vibration, doing something that you like. If you're still doing things that you don't really like, that you feel like you're obliged to do, it drains your energy. It's very important that you start, using discernment. Is this something I really truly need to do? Of course, sometimes you have to do things you don't really want to do. But is your job, what you're doing most of the time, is it fulfilling to you? Is it something that you really enjoy doing? That is very important, that you really focus on that. And that you start changing things maybe in your relationship or in friendships or in family matters. If it doesn't feel right to you anymore, if it drains you, it is now the time, it's now the opportunity given to you to change that, because these are the cards also for the future, but it's also what this energy is really representing. It's an opportunity to change things. The Ace of Swords is about a new beginning, and the swords are the element air, and it has to do with communication, it has to do with truth, and it's really about stepping into your truth and being truthful to yourself. Also admitting to yourself if there are things that you really don't want to do anymore, that really just exhaust you and aren't giving you really the energy. If you do something that you really enjoy doing, you'll get energy from it. You'll be happy. You'll be like, yes, I've done this. This was good for me to do. But if something is just draining, certain situations, I've mentioned this before, it is time for you to be truthful to yourself and to also speak out your truth. So if it's concerning other people, be honest. That's what this Ace of Swords is about. This energy gives us the opportunity to be honest with ourselves and to be honest with the people around us and with our environment. Be honest. This is an opportunity to be honest. What do you truly want to do in this life? What makes you happy? What makes you shine? And of course, look at the things that are holding you back right now. Or what is holding you back? Maybe it's a conviction that you're not good enough, or you don't deserve things, or you feel like you're lacking something. It's very important that we look at those things. We need to find a balance between shadow work and light work. I just call it that because that's the easiest way to explain things. We also need to do things that we like doing. It's not we shouldn't just focus only on shadow work, and we shouldn't focus only on light work either. It's about balancing these things. It's about, leave that in a way behind. It's like raising our vibration by combining the light work with the shadow work, working through our old things that we still carry with us, while at the same time also start doing things that we want to do, that we want to, put into motion. Why are we here? What do we want to manifest? It's so important that we balance that and that we don't focus on just one side. It needs to be balanced. That's at least the feeling I'm getting, so we can really surpass that and become, in a way, whole again. And especially when you start clearing up these old things. I just did a video about dealing with feeling of powerless. And you can really exchange that with feeling fearful or feeling anxious, sad, frustrated. You can use that same principle, because it is the same principle, for many other things to deal with that. Because it's so important if we start feeling through those feelings, emotions that got stuck. That's what happened. It got stuck in a way and we didn't know how to deal with it then, but we can deal with it now. By dealing with it, we'll just become more and more connected with ourselves and we will become more powerful. So this is what I got for the energy, what's happening just right now with all the energy coming in. I also got 4 cards and the back of the deck was the King of Wands again, so I picked this card as well. I've got 4 cards for advice. What can we do? What is the best way to deal with it now? And we have the 10 of Swords. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Strength card and the Queen of Pentacles. This is really beautiful, because this kind of sums up what is so important now. And of course the King of Wands, but it's kind of connected with the Ace of Wands to me. But first of all, we need to make decisions. We need to understand that if there are things in our lives that just don't work out, that drain us, it's up to us to make a decision. Certain behavior that we're still doing that doesn't feel right to us. It's about what makes you happy. Does something still feel right to you? Or do you, are you truthful to yourself that you realize, no, this isn't really good for me, or this isn't really the way to go, or what I should be doing. It's very important that we, be truthful and dare to look at that in a truthful manner. So very important to make decisions. Really stop with certain things. We need to make that conscious decision to leave things behind, to put things in motion, to change things. The Ace of Wands is about starting energetically a new beginning. By changing our energies, we will change our lives. By following what makes us feel good, and then in a healthy way, so to speak, because there are some things that can make us feel good, but we know truthfully that it's not right for us. And that we do things that make us happy, that raise our vibration. That's the King of Wands as well, to really step into our power, do what we really want to do. Very important, the Ace of Wands, that you start seeing, well, what feels like something that you want to do? What are you passionate about? And start doing it. It can be very small things. Start doing that, because the more you start doing those things, the more passionate your life will be, because you start inviting that energy. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Take good care of yourself, just like what I'm doing by deciding just taking a few days off. See if it may be for you necessary to take a few days off, if it's possible. But take good care of yourself. Look at your food. What are you taking in? Look at how you handle your body, how you talk to yourself. Do you, motivate yourself, or are you always a bit, looking down on yourself? How do you speak to yourself? Be truthful in that as well. And do you treat yourself right? Do you, again, pamper yourself? Very important as well. It makes you feel good. It's good to be kind to yourself. It's good to be respectful and loving towards yourself. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles is about. Sometimes, a little luxury is not bad for you to give to yourself. And that will bring you into your strength. And that's what this energy really is about. It's bringing us back into our own strength, standing up for ourselves, enjoying our lives, fully enjoying our lives. It's so important, because that raises our vibration, and really that's what life is ultimately about enjoying it, experiencing, following our heart's desire, what makes us happy, what we want to do here. Be honest with ourselves if there are still some things holding us back or filtering our perspective on ourselves so we don't really do what we want to do, or maybe we feel obliged to do certain things. Look at that, because ultimately you are responsible for yourself. You are not responsible for any other person, adult. Of course, you have young children, that's another matter, but I'm really talking about maybe with family. You are not responsible for their well-being. They are responsible for their well-being. We all are responsible for our own well-being. And I think that's very important with the Queen of Pentacles, that we follow that. So make a decision, change your energy, take very good care of yourself, and step into your power. That is what we can do now with the energy that we're dealing with right now. And it's actually a gift. It's a chance to change things. I want to leave it at this, and hopefully I will see you Monday, September 11th. Bye.